Alright, so the Sandman season finale episode 8 through 10, I think. Um, huge disappointment. Where can I start? It was no show from the start. The Corinthian doesn't accomplish anything. For much is talked and filmed with him, with his desires, with his conventions, with his act of gore, but nothing is born of it. Nothing matters with him. I mean, they finish half of the last episode and he's nowhere to be found. So what was the point? Nothing. Lord Morpheus and the Dream Vortex. What has that accomplished? Oh, it was a great grandmother. She found her book in the library. And so what? Okay. So what? She's a dream vortex that should have been instead of her great granddaughter. Okay. So what of it? Nothing. It's a huge pile of nothing. Lord Morpheus is mainly absent from the three last episode. He's there, but not much, not much. And I mean, the greatest example I can give is the last. It's so underwritten, so under. It's they 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 put everything on, like they put. Okay, let's start from scratch. Jed. Nothing happens with Jed. Um, Rose finds him in a hotel. The hotel. Let's talk about the hotel. Everybody's in the hotel, fucking hotel for some fucking reasons. The cereal convention. Are you kidding me? The cereal convention. Really? What the holy fuck? The cereal Look, I'm doing a 15 million per episode version of the Sandman, and the last episode's gonna take place at the cereal convention. I would say, what? No, you won't do that. It's fucking stupid, and you shall not do that. You're gonna do something intelligent and thorough and expressive and epic. But no, we're trapped in this cereal convention in a hotel. Okay, so Jed, that we've built with his violent father, nowhere to be seen, nowhere to be solved. Okay, so we have to forget about that. Next. And she runs around with Jed and she runs around to find him. And when she finds him, well, what happens really? A big pile of nothing. So, she's at the hotel. Again, the Corinthian is there. The Corinthian doesn't have a finale. The Corinthian, that's Goyer at his best. Set something up, no payoff. The Corinthian by Joshua Brook. What did he say? What did he do? He took some eyes to the point that there was a convention disguised as the serial convention. We talked about his work. We talked about his obsession. We talked about everything around him. Everything was based around him. And what was the finale about? Nothing about him. He's nowhere to be found. He's nowhere to be seen. He's nowhere to be intelligently used. He's nowhere to be just there. He's not there at all. He's not important. He's not he's not there. He's not useful to the story or the dialogue or the script or the story of Lord Morpheus of the Sandman. And even my biggest problem is even the Sandman has no place in a Sandman series by the end. And that's a huge problem. Because for three or four episodes we were built on to say that Rose Walker was the dream vortex and that she was the end. She was the all, she was the everything, she was the life and death, and she was the the main antagonist without being an antagonist, and our brother Jed was so hurt and the child of villainy in this world. It was all about them. And they say, oh yeah, we're at the same hotel, so just give me his room, and I go to his room and I'll find him and everything will be great. Do you think I just misspoke or told a joke? No, it's real. It's what happens. She just fumbles in the hotel with a card and finds Jed in a corridor and say, "Oh, Jed, come with me." Blah blah blah. It's like, what a coincidence. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck is going on? We don't understand as viewers, as the audience of this spectacle. It's like, I remember, you know what? The end of the series, just to explain my point very rapidly, the end of the series is the pretty much absolutely opposite of the beginning. In the beginning, we had subtlety, we have epicness, we had lore, we had mystery, we had power, we had vestige of dreams and the real dreams of regular people. We had a universe of people dreaming. We had a universe of an emblem we cannot see through because it was so powerful as a mechanism of fantasy that the fantasy was stronger than any human being, than any lord, than any, like I said, the Dream Lord, the Sandman. It's like it was just about him regaining his power because of what? He tried. No, I just want you to get my point here. In the beginning, we had the Sandman imprisoned for a century. For a century. And the world went nuts. As it should. Take sleep and dreams from the waking world, and the waking world would go fucking nuts. And that's what basically happened. They called it the sleepy sickness. If you've seen this series, did they talk about the sleepy sickness in any of the last episodes? No, not at all. Not at all. And that is a wonderful David S. Goyer thing. Set up, no payoffs. He sets off 1,000 things because they're cool or obvious or logical. But when it's time to get the goods and it's time to reap the riches of the idea as a whole, no place, nothing. It was just barely a foot in the door of an idea that never comes true. It's like I fucking I can't fucking comprehend. It's like this series was made by a OCD writer for OCD audience. It's like, oh, I can only get my attention like for 10 seconds at a time, so don't get me anything complicated because I will drop off. Okay, so that was worth 15 million an episode. It's like at the end I was like, I wasn't even seeing Morpheus anymore. The Lord of Dreams is not the Sandman, is not in the Sandman series. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Are you fucking stupid or something? Are you fucking stupid? Were you dropped off as a child in the fucking head? I'm asking because I don't know what to ask anymore. Oh well, yeah, yeah, he's been in prison, so right now it's okay. And we never saw everything that was set up, never got a payoff. The Lord of Dreams. I thought that just rebuilding his castle We had this scene in the beginning, this epic scene. Everything in the beginning, the first 3 episodes was epic. Like he was trying to. First, he was castrated and broken and imprisoned and everything you can say. And he had no more of his. Like, again, I'm going ahead of myself. Okay, I'll try to fucking say this in a sequence because I want to fucking shoot myself right now. Okay, so the Lord of Dreams. He brings back. He comes back to his land, to his lordship, and everything is broken. His palace is in shambles, and he tries to summon the palace back to health, back to solid construct, but he's not powerful enough because he doesn't have the 3 MacGuffins. So then he finds the 3 MacGuffins, and we don't even see him rebuilding his castle. We just cut to like episode 7 or 8, and his palace is brand new with the librarian and everything. And it was like, oh, okay, I guess you figured that out. And David Toulis, where is David Toulis? I just ended the episode, the finale. David Toulis doesn't have an arc, doesn't appear, doesn't do anything, is not a villain, is absolutely invisible. He's just not there. We don't see him. The Corinthian is in the hotel. Does he do something? No. Does he pose some kind of a threat? Well, in the other episodes, yes, but at the end, no. He doesn't treat. He doesn't impose any threat. So who's the threat? So now we have Rose Walker as the Vortex. Oh well, her grandmother, great grandmother said, "Oh yeah, she's my great granddaughter, so don't hurt her, and it's my fault, and I should be the Vortex, and so yeah, fuck you. Let's get rid of this shit." Okay, and that's it. That's. I wish I could say more. I can't believe how this series has put me down, has let me down. It's like Morpheus at the beginning was such a. Excuse me 1 second. Morpheus was such an ethereal being. And again, the very last end. We start from the episode 4 when he went in hell, and instead of having David Toulis or the Corinthian or the Dream Vortex or any of his 3 main enemies, we go back to hell. It's like, okay, I think you put a lot of money into creating this hell with Gwendoline Christie, so yeah, let's go back. Why the fuck not? And a Lord of Hell named Azazel that we don't know about, hasn't been introduced, hasn't been explained, didn't have single line of background or storytelling or dialogue or whatever the fuck. Just say, "Oh yeah, you should conquer Dreamland and kill the motherfucker." And Gwendolyn Christie's Lucifer again. The only good thing I will say about this scene is that her silky robe was red instead of white. Made a lot more sense. But she doesn't have it at all. She is not threatening. She is not charming. Because when you play the devil, you have to choose some characteristics. Because the devil is so many things. The devil is charming as fuck, manipulating as fuck, and at the end, the devil is someone that will be your best friend until he becomes your worst enemy. That's the best way I can describe the devil from my perspective, from my knowledge, from my experience in playing, yes, Dungeons and Dragons. And you know what? You can laugh your ass. You can laugh at me all you want. Dungeons and Dragons will have made this story 1,000 times more compelling than what we have seen. Because she just say, "Oh yes, you're right. Oh yes, I shall do this. Oh yes, the armies of hell will go against the dream world and the dream lord." What? The armies of hell? Again, it's like, am I watching a Constantine series or a Sandman series? The Sandman doesn't have a fuck to do with hell. He goes there sometimes to plea a bargain, to arrange some affairs, to do the usual, yeah, you know, it's unfortunate, but I have to come see you because of one guy or girl, or, you know, I have to get shit done. So, yeah, sometimes I come and pass. It's like, Jesus Christ, they introduced so much in this first season and they let it all go to hell. Maybe that's why we end with hell, because every plot line, every character description that was interesting went into hell. What about the guy that he met every 100 years? What about David Toulis? What about the Corinthian? What about the Vortex, Rose Walker? What about Jed? What about uh, the what about Death? His relationship with Death. What about his sisters? We saw at the end Desire. She was pumped up as fuck, or he was, or she was. I don't know what's the proper noun to. She seemed transgender, so fine. But I mean, he sees her at the end, and nothing happens. It just says, "Oh yeah, uh, I fucked up, and yeah, okay, whatever. You can you can have it. My fault. My fuck up. Sorry. Okay. So not a trap." the David Toulis. Where is he? What has he done? We spent an entire episode in a diner learning about just character growth of David Toulis and just what he wanted to achieve in this waking world. Not mentioned. I'm losing my fucking mind. The Corinthian, who has been there charismatically knifing some eyes out from the beginning of the series. What was it for? Do we see an endgame? Do we see future for the character? Do we see an end for the storyline or the story arc of the character? No. He's just there and he's doing his thing and the shit just ends without any answers. Okay. And Rose Walker, we've been following her for at least 3 episodes, at least something like 3 hours, and with Jed, with his abusive father, and it just ends. He started here with the abusive family and father, and he ends here without his abusive father because he's in a hotel with Rose, and all the things about. Oh my god, the more I talk about it, the more flaws I discover. Where is the Raven? I wouldn't. If you talked to me 2 episodes ago, I would say, fuck Patton Oswalt, fuck the Raven. But now I finished the season, and I'm like, where are all the characters? Hey guys, I don't know if you know about it, but when you wrap up a season, you wrap up all the characters and the storylines. Like, if you have 2 villains, you wrap up their storylines. If you have a very important side character, like the Raven, who is the animal companion of the fucking main protagonist, you end his arc. You end his arc. Didn't see Patton Oswalt for 2 episodes. Didn't see David Toulis for 2-3 episodes. Didn't see and everything. It just thrown out the window, and again. So I don't have anything else to say. Like, it was so bad.
Please. The new girl's a smoke show. Right, but I'm begging you.
Sorry, my Netflix.
I just want an ergonomic chair with my.
Netflix has gone crazy. Okay, so are they gonna do a season 2? Of course, but the Sandman. The series is called The Sandman. Do you feel you watched a Sandman season. No. You watched a supernatural season of people being caught in supernatural situations. For the first episodes, Sandman was a character and had an effect and had a point and a purpose and a reason to be there. It's like the best episodes were the ones where Sandman had his mouth shut and didn't speak a word. Those were the best episodes. So you really know you have a problem when your main character starts talking, when the allies, the main allies like the librarian and the raven starts talking, and you know you have the biggest problem when the antagonist, because I don't know who the antagonist is. I don't know if it was Lucifer, who I don't give a fuck about, because she is a non-starter, a non-character. She doesn't have any depth. She doesn't have any emotion. She doesn't have any rage or charisma or anything a good devil should have. Because we could sit here and talk about endlessly how a good devil should act like. It's all about perspective. And that's, again, I don't want to be severe. I don't want to be harsh. But when you are given the chance to play the devil in a major big budget series or movie or whatever, it's a big responsibility. It's every actor who has done so far has been really good. May it be Peter Stormare or Al Pacino or what the fuck is his name? Gabriel Byrne. Sorry. In the End of Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Gabriel Byrne. Great actor. Great devil. He served his purpose. And, of course, even God. Anyway, there are lots of archangels and dark angels and in TV or movies. Every time it attracts a lot of great talent and of great vision and of great purpose and a great turnaround in this, in whether it be, well, before it was only in the movies because you wouldn't see the devil. I mean, I haven't watched Lucifer, the TV series. Excuse me. I've watched the first episode of Lucifer TV series just because I want to see the actor playing Lucifer. I said I'm always attracted to a new version of Lucifer. And I saw what the actor did with it, and I didn't like it at all. But it was still better than this fuckfest. Gwendolyn Christie is a no-show. She has the proper look. Well, yeah, that's what I was talking about. In Constantine, we have Peter Stormare playing the devil, and we have Tilda Swinton playing a fallen angel. And Tilda Swinton could rake the fucking floors with your fucking body and with your fucking skull from the talent she expressed in Constantine with Keanu Reeves. She is such a great actress. And you tell me Tilda Swinton's gonna play the devil? I pay my ticket and I sit at the front of the floor. Just me. And yeah, so Gwendolyn Christie as the devil, I have to talk about it because that's how the series finishes. So, why? I mean, from all we have, there's so much unresolved storylines battering in the wind. Why are we talking about the devil? It's the character and the antagonist, Morpheus, has the least to do with. You went there once, yes, to acquire some information and to have a duel, a stupid duel with the devil, but it was one episode. One against 10. Do you know how many? Do you want to compare how the Corinthian has screen time over the devil? He has a lot fucking more. So we don't know how. My main antagonist was I thought David Thewlis would be the main antagonist. Recycled to the garbage bin. The Corinthian, who is there until the very end, almost, recycled to the garbage bin. The devil, oh yeah, she's a devil, so I think on a whim, at the end, will say a phrase, a sentence, dialogue that will make her the ultimate arc villain. Okay, but why? Why is she gaining by? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, Dream has Dream. That it's like they forgot. It's like I'm writing 10 pages, and I forgot what the previous 10 pages were about. It's like I'm writing a novel, but at every 10 pages, my mind goes blank and I forget everything. It's like, no. No. Watch and learn. It's like, I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know what to tell you. It has already gone too long for what this fucking series deserves. I was so looking forward to the finale, and I mean, to finish on a whim, it's like, it doesn't make any sense. He saw the devil for one episode. Why on earth and hell should the devil care about Dream? She's the fucking devil. What the fuck? She doesn't say like, oh yeah, I'm gearing up with the Corinthian and we're teaming up and we're doing this and this and this and this mischievous thing and blah blah blah. It's like, no, I'm just going to unleash the armies of hell upon the Dream for I don't know. I don't have anything else to do today, so I'll do that. Okay, so series, you just revealed your weak point, and your weak point is in lazy, as in ever, forever, and ever lazy script writing. And if there's one thing that can kill, as we saw with Game of Thrones season 8, if there's one thing that can kill anything in the writing or creative world, it's just bad writing. So take it for what you must. I have enjoyed some of the episodes, maybe 7 out of 10. I did not understand a lot of creative choices they made, which is because, as I said at the beginning, Neil Gaiman and David S. Goyer are one hell of a team to do a catastrophe of a series, of a creative project. And I was right, because they seem to forget, like a red fish, everything past 10 seconds. So, yeah. I'm Yeah. So I'll leave you guys to it. It's a shame. It's a shame, really, because all the actors are talented. There was, like always, a lot of good potential. If there's one thing in Hollywood that has crushed over many decades, is wasted potential, and this is no different. So if you want to see a series with good moments but utmost wasted potential from its creators, is this series. So go in peace. I'll leave you there, and I hope my critic will be fruitful. But I can only say that, yeah, it's Neil Gaiman and David S. Goyer, and I'm not surprised at all. I'm always surprised that they can write so much huge concepts and great concepts and get trip over their own feet and never can correctly write the concept they were thriving from. So I hope, honestly, don't watch all the series. It's not worth it. If you want to see it for the sake of seeing it, it's not the worst thing to do of your time. I mean, it's almost the worst thing you could do with your time, but It's not the worst of worst. So anyway, I'll quit you guys here. 45 minutes. Jesus. Sorry, guys. So, hey, I'm sorry. I wish I at the beginning I was very surprised how I liked it, and I said it wouldn't last, and it didn't last. So, yeah, that's my final thoughts. So, take care, guys. See you next time.